Right, from a point of view of how I feel about my current situation. From a health point of view, it's not bothering me that much. And I suppose that's because I'm pretty symptom-free. Well, I am symptom-free. It's a little bit frustrating with the fluid side of things. But, I mean, I feel fine. My gut's telling me things are going to be all right, but at the same time, I also know that I can't be blasé and stupid about it. So from a mental side of view, that's not really causing me a lot of problems. But what is, which has surprised me, is a sense and feeling of vulnerability. Now, when my back was bad before, I was big. So my size sort of offset the feeling of being a little bit vulnerable because I knew my back was weak. Now I've lost a shitload of size, and I've got a back problem as well. I do feel quite fragile, and it's not so much the size loss from a point of view of I feel small, though I do feel ridiculously small. I mean, I put a hoodie on yesterday that, as in times, well, when I was 390 odd, was skin tight. It was very loose. So yeah, I do feel small. It's not causing me a major issue, isn't that? But what is causing me, not so much an issue, but what I am conscious of, is that I feel vulnerable. I feel weak. I mean, I'm not training heavy. I'm not strong at the moment. And coupled with that, I know that my back is fragile and I've got nerve pain and I know I can't move freely. And that seems to be the biggest issue. It's more that than this fear of being small and everything else. It's more a fear of vulnerability, which is a bit weird. It's not that I'm scared. I feel fragile, I suppose. Which is a bit weird. It's a bit of a strange one to deal with. I thought the losing size would affect me more. But I suppose in a way, in the back of my mind, I know that I have good control over the way I look now from a point of view of size. So I know it wouldn't take much if I wanted to be pretty hefty again. And even just by getting into regular training and sorting my diet out, I know I'm probably going to put 10-15 pound back on. So it's probably that, like I say, that side doesn't bother me because I feel in control of how I look. It's the injury thing that has really bothered me, and it didn't bother me before from a point of view of feeling fragile. It was more a frustration because it was stopping me from doing what I wanted to do. There's that as well. I mean, I do get frustrated because I know I can't do this or I can't do that. Trust me. I'd love to be able to do certain movements at the moment that I just can't. I've just got to be sensible. Last time I pushed it, and I pushed it hard because I had an agenda. I had a deadline, I had a schedule I had to keep. We were filming the second film. I'd already made the commitment. I couldn't back out, or I was unwilling to back out. So it was a case of just grit your teeth and push through the pain. Now I don't have that, so I have the luxury at least now of working around things, taking things a little bit easier, taking my time with it and getting it right. I patched it up last time to a point. This time I need to fix it 100% properly. It shouldn't be an ongoing thing once I've got the muscle imbalances working correctly, and they are, like I say, slowly improving. I mean, this last spasm was nowhere near as bad as the previous two, and my recovery to the point of being reasonably mobile has happened quite quickly. I'm far off right, and I am in pain all the time, but it's compared to what it was in the past, it's a knout. It really isn't anything at all. But yeah, the mental side's been weird. I don't like being this light, even though I'm still 340, I think. I need to weigh myself, actually, so I can do my calculations for calories for diet. But I do feel, I don't know. The other thing I've noticed as well, I have a look, okay, shaved head, red goatee beard, tattoos. So to people that don't know me, I can understand that I come across in a way slightly intimidating, or I would fit a stereotypical image of someone who probably wasn't a pleasant person. Now, yesterday, I had an old man in the street giving me abuse about the way I parked my car, where I parked my car. And I parked my car in this place for the last 3.5 years. All of a sudden, apparently, it's an issue. The guy's seen me a million times and never said anything to me when I was bigger. Now, all of a sudden, he decided he was going to have a pop. And then I went to the local post office, and I had a woman. I was leaning against the counter. It was a disused counter because back was a bit nippy, and I was just staring off like you do, not really paying much attention, not really paying any attention to where I was actually looking. And a woman had a go at me because I was apparently watching her every move when she was doing something at the post office counter. I informed her I wasn't, and she insisted that I turn around and face the other way. And those would never have happened when I was bigger, because people wouldn't have even dare speak to me. Now, that's not a good thing. That's not a positive thing in any way, shape or form, and I don't want to be perceived as being an intimidating individual. I know I can't help it because of the way I choose to look, but I don't particularly want people to be intimidated by me in any way, shape or form. I have used it to my advantage in certain cases, I'll freely admit that, but in general, it's not something I strive to do. But at the same time, now, I seem to be open target at the moment. I don't know what's going on. It was weird. It was very, very strange. But it just added to this feeling of vulnerability I seem to have at the moment. It's weird, really weird. I mean, I'm confident in everything. I don't feel a lack of confidence in doing things or approaching people or being in certain scenarios. I suppose I just feel a little bit defenseless. I don't know. It's really strange. It's hard to describe it because, if a situation occurred that required physical involvement, I don't have an issue with having to do that. I don't feel intimidated by that prospect. But at the same time, I do feel vulnerable. I don't know how else to describe it. It's weird. I don't know how many other people have gone through this with injury or dropping size. But I mean, in general, I feel good. I'm enjoying the flexibility. I'm enjoying the fact that, I'm not tied to a meal schedule as much as I was, and I'm not tied to having to do this, do that, or do the other. And it's great not having to inject. Fucking wonderful, is that? But yeah, it is a strange one. Anyway, it's not a big issue, and things will move on. And I'm sure that when my gym endeavours start to become fruitful, I'll feel a lot better about the whole situation. And it's not necessarily that I'll be bigger, just the fact that I'll be more confident in... Well, I won't feel as vulnerable, yeah. And more confident is probably not the right word, because I don't feel unconfident, to be honest. It's more just a case of the more physical fit I feel, the more I'll feel I can deal with situations comfortably. Okay, I'm going to go now and get these posted up, so I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.